The founder and executive producer of Alott Productions, Jordan Allott, joins us now. He just returned from Nigeria. And why were you there? What did you see when you were there?
Well, I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago, to go to Nigeria with National Community Church and an international human rights organization called the Jubilee Campaign. And we were there to meet with the beleaguered Christians of Nigeria. We were there to pray with them, to provide material and spiritual support for them. And I was there also to film them, shoot interviews, and hopefully bring back their story to other Americans, especially Christians, so that we can go out and spread awareness about the plight of Christians in Nigeria. And they're facing a lot of persecution from Boko Haram.
Were you able to talk to any of the relatives of the schoolgirls who were kidnapped?
Yes, we did speak with a relative, an individual who actually had 12 relatives, 12 girls, nieces and other family members who were abducted during the April 14th mass abduction. And he told us fantastic stories, horrible stories about what took place. The girls were kidnapped, and luckily one of the girls escaped. She was kept with cattle, actually. All the girls were kept with Boko Haram in this big pen as if they were cattle. And when the individuals, Boko Haram, went off to pray that night, as they do, of course, 5 times a day, she snuck under the thorns that were keeping them pent up and received very deep scars on her face and in her body, but she was able to escape the pen and eventually return to town and her family.
You know, a lot of us have been told that Boko Haram means an opposition to Western education, especially for girls. But you found that that's not exactly the translation, is it?
Right. A number of individuals that we interviewed and talked to wanted us to sort of get that message out, that Boko Haram actually is a nickname. But Boko in the local Hausa language up in the northern part of Nigeria means book. They have a difficult time saying the word book, so they say Boko. And it really refers to people of the book, so Jews and Christians. And Haram means forbidden or evil or sinful. So Boko Haram actually refers to Christianity, Christians, anything having to do with Christianity is evil or forbidden. So it's not just Western education, but it's anything having to do with Christianity. And that's why, of course, their objective is to get rid of all Christians and anything having to do with Christianity from Nigeria.
As you filmed and as you talked to these people, what did you learn about them? How did you connect with them?
Well, I think everybody in the group learned a lot from them about their deep faith. A lot of them had family members who were killed. They had been shot, raped. Their homes, their churches, their schools have been burned down. They've been pushed out of northern Nigeria, but they still had their faith. Many of the individuals we met with that were most inspiring to me were converts from Islam to Christianity. They have lost everything. Their family had turned against them. Many of them were hiding from their family because the family members were coming after them to force them to convert back or to even kill them. They had their children taken from them and sent off to Saudi Arabia and other places. But they still had a deep faith. That's all they had left was their faith. And so I think everybody in the group learned a lot about that and wanted to come back to the U.S. and spread the message that we need to not expect the media in general to stand up and tell these stories. But if we Christians aren't telling the story, and you guys, of course, have done a great job of that here, but if we're not telling that story, then how can we expect others to do it?
That video we were just watching, you captured some beautiful faces and families. What do you hope to do with that?
Well, we hope to, again, to spread awareness. I think a lot of Christians here in the U.S. or in the West in general, we don't understand what other people around the world are sacrificing for their faith. And so we need to connect, we need to stand in solidarity with Christians, whether it be in Nigeria, in the Middle East, in parts of Asia, who are forced to live under very difficult circumstances and in the fear of death. So our main objective is to raise awareness and also advocate on their behalf.
They are our brothers and sisters in Christ. That's really some beautiful footage that you shot, and I'm sure that it will have an impact, and we appreciate you sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
All right.